So once you log in the system, we are going to create a proposal for the client. The system allows us to create a proposal as versatile and as detailed as we want. Therefore, we need to know how to create a proposal. So proposals can be created when we have, because it's a system that is integrated with the client, we can create it in various formats by creating a proposal. When you come to the sales, we have the proposal button. This is when we are picking up, and then we'll pick the client. Same way we raised an invoice, we can also raise a proposal via a customer. So since it's an integrated system, we can at all times be creating under a particular customer. So when I open this customer, ABC Company Limited, we have the capability of creating a proposal from here. So when we want to create a proposal, we want to create a proposal for this particular client. The proposal is here. The first thing is we go and create a new proposal. Proposals are things that we give the client, whether we want to offer them a service for them to think through and see if they want to have that service. What proposal do we need to give this client? We need to give this client a website development proposal. It's related to a customer, and that's why we are already in this customer. Remember, I told you anything we are doing in the system is either related to a lead or a customer. They must be existing in the system. So this proposal, since ABC is a customer, we are dealing with a customer. And then, is it a project that is existing or not existing? We do not have any project right now with ABC Limited. The proposal date is 18th, and we said during setup, we give it 7 days for our proposals. We can change when we want the response by end of the month, depending on what we want. The proposal, because ABC is in Kenya shillings, is going to be in Kenya shilling currency. The status of all proposals we create are in draft. To the primary contract is when it's addressed to. Had we also given the rights to the accountant to see proposals, the name will be there also. It will be addressed to that particular person. So we have the items already created, and here is the proposal of website development. Once we put in the website development, it has VAT. If it doesn't have VAT, we change accordingly, but that product is tied to VAT, or we can even add another tax of 5% if withholding tax is there. Then we can say development of client ABC website. Once we do that, we just tick that, and that goes to that. So this proposal can have different items. If there's another item we want to give the proposal on, is consultancy, or say we want to do email hosting for that particular client, we can put it there, and then email hosting is proposal we're giving is 1,000, and then no tax on that particular project, we keep tick. So we can have as many services as we want to do on a particular proposal. A review of contract or service consultancy, all that, no tax, and then we tick that. And then we have all the service here on that proposal. Once we've done that, we can save and send, or we can submit that proposal. Now, proposals, however, sometimes require to have different introductions onto it. This proposal looks like this right now. I can view it as PDF. I can download it, I can print it. So if I view this proposal, this is how the proposal will look like. Straightforward. Proposal 003, website development proposal, the date, when it's open till, and all the things that we picked, and the amount, and a place to sign. That's how straightforward that proposal looks like. All right. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to see any proposal. There are proposals that now would have an introduction to that proposal. They will have an introduction to the company. They would have, this company does different projects. So while we still have this proposal item, we can introduce here. I can change that and now introduce, first of all, we say, dear, who is the person? So we address that person by looking at the available merging fields. in that available margin fields, I would want to see the email, or I want to see the contact person, the company name, or the main domain, or whoever that we're dealing with in the particular company. So we have the proposal number, we have the subject or the company. I can address this to the company, to the email within the company, and pick up that. So I come here and I say this one is what I want. I put it there. Then I put my comma. Then I have a paragraph which I call introduction. You can see this allows me to have an introduction column there. Then what is the introduction about? So introduction is, this is IXLCORE. Here we do, IXLCORE is a company, is a product of IXL Consultant Limited. IXLCORE was developed to assist SMEs have professional outlook on their businesses using only one login. So you create a beautiful introduction, you create a beautiful subject, you create a proposal. If you look at proposals, they are beautified, they are describing what the company is all about, they're talking about what we do, how we do what we do. So you have your introduction, you can put in photos, you can put in what you want to do, the benefits of, you come here and talk about benefits of IXLCORE. Then we can include these dotted items. We say it's versatile. It's one login. It's multi-company. It's multi-purpose. And you can define them as far as you want. Then you can come here and say what will be the investment in IXLCORE. Remember, our investment is shown in these proposal items that we saw earlier, how the proposal will look like if we are to do nothing about it. That's how it will be able to look like as the proposal or the proposal items. So that is the investment, or I can say is the cost of IXLCORE, or that particular project that we're doing with a client. Then I can go below it and talk about the capabilities. What are the capabilities we are introducing? We can now have your item numbered. A customer will have a 360 view of everything. 2, it's interlinked. Therefore, staff have visibility of everything. You can have payroll. You can manage client data and so forth and so on, depending on what you're doing. Then when you go down further, you can now say maybe your call to action. Call to action can be now, do you want us to do a demo? Or whatever, a demo, if you want, then you put a link, book on this link, or do this link, click on this link. Then you have regards or whatever you want to do that. So this now allows us, of course, ensuring that all spellings are taken into account correctly, ensuring that everything is done to the required way so that you send in a professional document to the client. You ensure the spellings and everything is aligned, your work is aligned, and then that now forms us the proposal. So we saw the first time how this proposal will look like if we send it to the client. It's a straightforward proposal. But once we've done this, we now have generated a different sort of proposal that, just give me a minute. Hello? Hello? Sorry. I'm okay. The car is okay. I think it's just triggered by mistake. 074 090 6900. Sorry, thank you. Hello, sorry about that. So we can view now the proposal as PDF, and now you see the view of what we've done. We've now created a proposal that is now much more palatable with what we've done. We've added some more issues to the proposal. So it's no longer just the pricing, but why we think that is the best pricing, the capabilities, the call to action, all in this one proposal that we're going to send to the client. So in that proposal bit, we also have comments. These are internal comments that we can comment on that proposal. I can look at the proposal and comment and say change whatever and add comment to that proposal. We can set the reminders that the client is notified, and when he's notified, if there are tasks that are supposed to be handled because of that proposal, we are going to put that, and then the notes. Now, when we're creating this proposal, there is an element of what we call templates. So we can have this proposal and say that I have typed these benefits here. So I can come and say in these benefits, I want all these benefits up to there, because I'm going to do this proposal so many times. I'm going to have a template and I add a template. In that template, I'm going to say benefits. And then I put all those benefits here. So it becomes a template. It becomes a template and I submit. So I save that template. So whenever I'm doing a proposal, I have templates. So I just come here again. When my cursor is there, I go to template and I say insert this benefits template. I do not have to redo that template again every time I want to do a proposal. I have to go type in proposal. I have to type in the benefits. But now I can just basically introduce that and bring in the benefits of what I'm doing via adding through the template button. So everything can be put in a template, and with that template, you just say insert. With that, you've inserted the benefits. I come here, I want to do an introduction. I don't need to repeat the introduction. I already created a template earlier on. I do insert. That introduction goes here and it's inserted. So you can create templates for ease of working with proposals. So you know the standard. An introduction to any proposal is standard. The benefits are standard. The capabilities are standard. Therefore, you create them as templates. Once you create the templates, you are able to edit further. You can view as a PDF in new tab. You can see now the proposal is taking shape to what we want to do. So it's no longer just a pricing structure to the client, but it contains information the client can make the decision. Then you hit this, you can CC where you want to CC, and then send that proposal. You can attach a file to that proposal. You can copy that proposal to resubmit. You can mark it as sent. You can mark as open. You can revise it when the client declines or accepts, or you can mark it as declined because you talk to the client, he doesn't want. You can mark it as declined, or you can mark accepted, or you can entirely delete it. So from a proposal, we can move on to create an estimate or to create an invoice. Remember, this proposal was under ABC, so immediately I click create an invoice. It leads to that invoice creation window. Everything that was on that proposal is automatically here. So all we just need to do is submit that invoice that we've created. And this is when the client has accepted that proposal. Proposal has been converted to invoice successfully. With that, we can save and send, and the client gets that particular proposal or that particular invoice. Remember, at that point, the client has accepted that proposal. And with that, we have created a proposal for a client. Thank you very much.